so glad that she prefaced it that way because I came for a gathering. So I appreciate you. I'm not going to even stand at the podium. I'm going to move around. That's what I like to do. But hello. Now, don't worry. It might get a little uncomfortable. I'm going to hold you accountable today. But I'm going to throw myself under the bus first. Okay? So during this nice introduction of me, they told you all of these great things about my background. But the thing she did not say is that I'm a quitter. I quit things. Right? So right after undergrad, I became an academic scholarship recruiter and advisor for Texas A&M University. And then I quit. And then I came to Los Angeles with only what could fit in my Chevy Cavalier at the time. And after doing a whole bunch of stuff, I eventually became the assistant to the executive producer on the show Intervention, if anybody has seen that. And then I quit. And then I went to film school. And afterwards, I was a creative executive at the Sci-Fi Channel. Quit. I have been in a dance company. Quit. I have started, founded, and executive directed a nonprofit for teen girls. Quit. I also founded and chaired our Black homecoming at my alma mater. And if you're following, what did I do? I quit. And so for some people, they might hear that and go, oh my God, girl, you have been all over the place. Do you not know what you want? Do you not know what your goals are? Do you have commitment issues? No. I knew when my time was up, though. I knew when I was done with it and when it was done with me. I knew when the next opportunity came and it was time for me to jump, right? And so all of the things that I've done have led me here today to have this conversation with you. That literal path, that thing that you hear that sounds like it's all over the place, it all got me to this place, which is also the CEO of the first Black-owned script consultancy in Hollywood, right? So I needed to go on that journey to do that. I literally took at least one skill from every single thing that I have done in order to run this business, right? So the two takeaways. The first one is, every single day that you wake up with breath in your body is an opportunity to do something different. There is power in changing your mind. There is power in pivoting. There is power in assessing and walking away. There is power in failing and learning from it, right? So the thing that's happening, here's where I'm starting to hold you accountable. The thing that's happening is that you're afraid. So you won't jump. You're stuck in that space. Because for you, if it doesn't happen the way that you want it to happen, it failed. Now, I don't know about you, but everything works for my good. Now, some people going to catch that later in the parking lot, but those who got it, right? So what that means is, if you're going to remain in this stuck place, then you won't get a chance to get to your potential. You have to understand that every single thing that you do is a part of that path to get you to the place that you need to get. Even when you fall flat on your face, it's a part of it. So don't come here today, get all this good information, and stay stuck. Second thing that I want you to get today is, we're in Hollywood, literally, right? I didn't realize Emerson was literally in Hollywood, right? So we're in Hollywood, literally. And then we came to this event. So you've been here today, you've been listening to a lot of stuff. That means we probably have a lot of dreamers, right? Like, we have dreams. There are things that we want. So by show of hands, how many of you guys have dreams? There are things that you want that you haven't gotten to yet, and you have dreams. Great, you can put your hands down. Now, if I was a cursing woman, I'd use a particular word. But since I'm not, I'm going to let you use your imagination. Forget your dreams. I'm going to punch you in the gut. Forget your dreams. Nobody cares about your dreams because they are just that, figments of your imagination. You have to put boots on the ground, one foot in front of the other to reach your reality. So we're not chasing dreams anymore. We're chasing realities. But that means you got to get active. That means you have to have a plan to get from A to B, because if not, then you're still in your bed dreaming, still on your day job dreaming. I'm going to get real into somebody's business right now. You telling all of your friends you got all these ideas and you haven't written a thing. That's dreaming. What we need to do is be doing, right? Your characters have to be active. You have to be active too, right? So I've yelled at you. We're not gonna be up here long. I've done all my yelling, right? So let's figure out, like, how do we make this tangible? Like, what does that look like? Because we can get in here and talk macro all day, right? Oh, you should be doing this and you should be doing that. And people are sitting in the back going, how? How do I do it? So let's try to make it actionable for you today, okay? So I mentioned the word macro. I want you to consider your reality is the macro thing, right? By reality, I mean goal, dream, but we're not use that word anymore. I mean, you can use it, but I need you to get active, right? So you got your reality, that's the macro. What I want you to do, and this is an activity for you, an exercise. If you have your phone, you can do notes. If you have pencil and paper, whatever it is, you can write it down. I am going to ask 3 brave reality chasers to share with us in a minute. So be prepared. It's going to be a pop quiz. Yes, get yourself together, okay? So your reality is the macro. I want you to think how you can break that down into 3 to 5 micro steps to get there. Okay? And then I want you to take the first of the micro step and break it down into action items. And tomorrow, you are going to do one of those action items. So I'm going to give you an example while you're writing, while you're thinking. Okay, I'm going to use myself as the example. So I am a screenwriter. Ask me the last time I wrote something for myself. Right? But my day job is being a script consultant, so I help other people write all day. So I get to be creative all the time. I get to help people through their ideas all the time. I get to give them my ideas so they can put in their scripts all the time. But I don't necessarily get to write my own stuff. I said this year, if I, macro, want to sell a screenplay, what's the first thing I have to do, though? I have to write the screenplay. Right? So the macro thing is that I want to sell something. I want to produce something. I want it to be on the big screen or the small screen, whichever screen it is, right? So that means I have to write it. Okay, cool. Now the writing part is where we all get lost, because how do you do that? There are so many steps, right, that are going to get you to the finished screenplay, get you to the end. So then I said, okay, Shannan, now you got to break that thing down. I had to be honest with myself. My issue is making time. I am a workaholic. I will work on the professional pen all day and all night, okay? So I said, all right, go to your calendar and put in the hours that you are going to write and stick to it. So I put in, you have to be honest with yourself. Don't set an expectation that you're not going to reach, because then you will be discouraged, and being discouraged does not help you to reach your goals. Be honest with yourself. I am not one of those people who think if you're a writer, you should be writing every day. Child, when I have my 5 minutes, guess what I want to do? Nothing. Okay? So I understand everybody's life is not the same. People have spouses, they have children, they have 5 jobs. It's 2024. We're all trying to make it, right? Figure out what you can actually do. For me, I can actually do an hour on Monday, an hour on Tuesday, an hour on Thursday, and 2 hours on Saturday. That's what I can do. I lied to myself because I can't do it, but I put it in my schedule anyway. And each day when it comes up, even if I can't do that hour, even if something's going to get scheduled, I have to move the hour because I put it in particular time. So from 5 to 6, that's when I'm supposed to write. If somebody puts something on my schedule, I will move it from 5 to 6, and maybe I have to do it at 10 that morning, right? But I make sure I'm supposed to write this day. So yesterday was Friday. Today's Saturday. I've been here all day. I did not write because I've been here. But I knew I was going to be here, so I put my writing hours yesterday on Friday, right? Friday came. Guess what I didn't do, right? But last night, I was at the VIP event for SoulCanvas, and I said, you know what I'm going to do on the Uber ride home? Write. Because I had not written that day, and I had already said it for myself. I'm not going to make it to the macro. I'm not going to make it to my reality if I don't do the little things in between, which is write. So that's one of the first steps for me. I had to make time to write and then stick to it. The second step for me is I had to then break it down on how I was going to write it. Right? There's a lot of pre-work that has to happen before you get to the actual screenplay. I needed to do my character bios. I needed to understand where the plot was going, the goals, etc. I need to do my beat sheet. I need to do my outline. There's just not just go to the computer and start writing. No, Shannan. On this day, you're going to work on this. And on this day, you're going to work on that. There's no point in me trying to do it all in that 1 hour on that one day. I'm setting myself up for failure. So you need to know yourself and know what you can do, right? So then I said, well, I need accountability partners. So I have a membership program called the BFFs, and they are writing their first screenplays this year. So I told them that I'm going to write 3 screenplays this year. I'm going to write 2 features and 1 pilot, okay? Now, I told them, when you see me, ask me if I'm writing. I also told the whole internet, so everybody knows, and I like, people are keeping me accountable. They're keeping me accountable, right? And so far, I started this maybe 2 weeks ago, and I'm already at my outline. So I've done a lot of work just by giving it that hour, that 20 minutes, or whatever that is, so that I can reach my macro goal, okay? So what I want 3 of you guys to do is tell me about your reality, which is the macro, the big thing, the overwhelming thing, the thing that we keep dreaming about but we're not doing anything about. That thing, right? And then I'm going to ask you, what are some of the things that can get you there? And then I'm going to ask you, what's the one thing you can do tomorrow? And then who's going to hold you accountable for it? All right, who's brave? Yes. All right, Aria, come on. Yes, stand. Tell us your name.
Hi, everyone. I'm Ariel Driscoll. I'm also an ambassador for this amazing program that we've been putting on.
Awesome. All right, give us your reality. What's the macro thing?
My macro thing is to be staffed as a writer on a show.
Yes. Energy. Okay. What is a smaller portion of that? What's like a micro step in order to get staffed?
Find a mentor.
Find a mentor. And what is an action item you can do tomorrow to find a mentor?
You know what? That's a good question. I did not write that down. I wrote down 2 more
That's okay. Think right now. Go. Do it. What can you do tomorrow?
What do I do tomorrow?
Somebody tell her. What can she do tomorrow?
What can I do tomorrow?
Research.
Write a list. Write a list of potential mentors.
Message them on social media.
Yes. And this is the hard part. I'm glad that you hadn't thought about it, because this is the hard part and why we get stuck, right? Because we don't know the answer. We're like, dang, I don't know how to start. And everybody else knew how to start because that's not their dream. We can help everybody else out. It's when it's our own stuff that we're like, I don't know. Okay, don't stop. Who's your accountability partner that's going to make sure that you write a list tomorrow?
Oh, you know what? I have 2 people here right now. So
send her a message tomorrow by well, I guess it's Sunday. Tomorrow's Easter and you still have to do it.
I'm going to see them tomorrow. Yeah, so it's fine.
Okay. Thank you for being brave. All right. Okay. Yes, ma'am. All right.
Hello.
Tell us your name.
Hi, I'm Miss Kim Akia, and my bigger goal is I would like to turn my short film into a feature film.
Okay.
So it's like a mystery thriller.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the bigger goal.
All right. Now, what's the smaller thing that can get you there?
The smaller thing that can get me there is to actually start to outline, because the short film is done.
Right.
So I guess to outline, and then start to transition into writing the actual feature.
Absolutely, because the feature is not the short.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
All right. What are you going to do tomorrow?
So tomorrow is Sunday. Okay.
So I'm going to go to church tomorrow and ask God what I should do.
Probably like late morning, I'll get up, make some tea, and then I'll start to just write the outline, the beginnings of the outline. I don't know if I'll be able to do all of it.
Okay, I need you to set a goal that you're going to do.
Okay, so tomorrow I'm going to write, start writing the outline.
Okay. Who's your accountability partner?
Right here, my friend Angel. I'm on her.
Okay. Yes. Tomorrow, make sure she does it. Give her a consequence if she doesn't. Thank you for sharing. Oh, what's the consequence if you don't do it? Tamika she's holding you down.
You're doing it straight and narrow over here. Well, the consequence is then we're not gonna go get no more tea. We're gonna go get tea and coffee. We're not doing that.
Okay. All right. Yeah. And it seems like you like tea because that was a part of your process. She said, before I write, I'm gonna get tea. That's the first thing. Okay, great. Thank you. Anybody else want to share? Yes, ma'am. Stand. Talk to us.
I'm so excited to talk to you in person.
Oh, but yes, let's do it.
And you don't have her Pixar coordination.
Yes, that's where she should have started. At the Pixar formula, reloaded.
Oh, yes.
theprofessionalpen.com/workbooks.
Yes. Okay, so I got honest with myself this weekend that I want to direct.
Okay. That's the big thing. Ooh.
And it's the first time I said it publicly. Like,
Yes, you got all these accountability partners in.
I'm a screenwriter.
Okay.
And I want to direct.
All right. What's the first step to doing that? What does that look like?
So I started shooting reels very passively on my Instagram, just so I can get used to like what angles and stuff. Because as screenwriters, we visualize everything anyway. So I just want to translate that in real life.
Okay.
So making reels is my first step.
Okay. What you gonna do tomorrow?
So I actually, every time I come to LA, because I live in Oakland, I
Okay.
do LA from the Bay. And so every time I come, I contact 2 people, and one of them is a director, but it's a director friend that we just sort of talk shop. But I think I'm gonna tell him I want to direct.
Okay. And then what's your ask? You can tell him that, and then what? What do you want from him?
Ask him what I should do. How should I approach it?
Yeah. I want you to get really specific with that ask.
Okay.
That way you get the answer that you need, right? Because if you just go and go, I want it, he gonna go, oh, cool, right? Get real, like, what do you want from him? Why are you telling him that you, like him in particular, I want to direct?
Because he's really good, and I want him to mentor me.
There we go.
That's the ask. Yes. Now, who's holding you accountable?
Girl, you want me to hold you? I got you, girl.
Yes, and that's it. So Michelle, she has to do it tomorrow. So even if you don't ask him,
Okay, I'm gonna check in on
Yes.
you, all right?
even if you don't ask him tomorrow, set the meeting. Like set the meeting tomorrow. So again,
It's already set.
oh, it's already set. Okay, when is the meeting?
Tomorrow, coffee.
Oh, it's already tomorrow.
Yes.
You asking him tomorrow?
Period.
Huh? What do you say?
I wasn't gonna ask him.
Well, now you are. Absolutely. Absolutely.
And I'm gonna let you know if she did.
Yes, let me know. We're gonna be in your DM like sending the eyes. Thank you so much. Thank you. Now, is there anybody else who wants to share? Anybody else who wants to share? Yes, ma'am. Yes. Stand up. Tell us your name.
Hi, I'm Yasantua.
Hi.
My goal is to get into a writer's room. I don't necessarily need to be a staff writer.
No.
Okay.
What's the big thing?
Staff writer.
Thank you.
Okay.
State that.
Okay, yeah.
There could be someone in this room right now that could give you the staff writer position. State that. All right, big thing is staff writer. Smaller thing is that you can do to get there.
I need to develop my sample script.
Okay, what can you do tomorrow?
I am in the process of rewriting my drama pilot.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm working on fleshing out the character arcs
Okay.
for wounds. Tomorrow I can finish my character arc outline for all of my characters.
Okay, awesome. There's a workbook on my website called Who Am I? And it's literally about character bio so that you can know who your characters are before you write them, because they should be writing themselves versus you pushing them where you want them to go, right? You want to know who they are. They make decisions based on themselves, their wants, their needs, their traumas, etc., not based on, but I need you to go over here, right? So check that out. Who is your accountability partner?
Oh, I have a writer's group actually.
Okay. But do they notice that you're supposed to do this tomorrow? There you go, across the room. Across the room. I love the accountability. I love it. All right, I love it. But this is the kind, so we do this to ourselves all the time, with whatever our goals and our dreams are, right? We get overwhelmed by how big they feel. So your action item is to break that thing down into something that feels like you can actually do, setting expectations for yourself that you can actually reach. If you can't write every day, don't. If you can write once a month, do it. And now you feel good because you did it instead of feeling bad because you didn't write every day, right? If you can't write for an hour, write for 20 minutes. Writing includes your pre-work. Writing is outlining. Writing is figuring out your characters. Writing is, I just heard a nice line of dialogue. Let me write that down. Right? Everybody has a notes application. You have no reason to not be writing if you want to write. Right? Obviously, that's not everybody's thing, right? But as you are trying to figure those things out, it's all of the little steps that get you to the larger thing, right? Don't try to figure out how I'm going to be a director tomorrow. It's how do I get a mentor tomorrow? Then how do I learn what these angles mean and what they feel like, et cetera, so on and so forth. So what I'm going to say to you before I leave the stage is Don't come here, get all of this stuff, feel all good about it, and do nothing tomorrow. Do something tomorrow to make a difference in what you want to do, and then I'll see all of y'all at the top. Thank you for your time.